Hey, what is up guys, it's your boy Jack, or Nobledez, and welcome to the future of map management on Minecraft Wii U. For those of you who don't know, about a year or two ago, I did release the original Wii U map manager, but to keep it short, I based the code on Savine, and ultimately that led to it being a complete fail. I mean, it worked for some people, it overall did its job, but for just a majority of people, it just didn't work out, and blah blah blah, we needed a new one, right? So it's what I got here, Wii U Map Manager X, and today I'm going to give you a starting guide on how to use it. So there was a few things you're going to need. There's the obvious Wii U, which I have down here so I can see things going on as I'm working on my computer. You will need an SD card. I don't think it should matter too much on how much gigabytes it has. I mean, as long as you have at least 1 gigabyte on it, then you should be fine. And you're gonna need Wii U Map Manager X, which is free to download. I'll have a link in the description that'll take you to this site right here. And I did have a lot of help on this tool from OPrizeLP. He helped me with some of the UI, and he helped me with EXT management and stuff like that. So special thanks to him. Anyways, getting into it, this tool is so easy to use. So you're gonna need this right here, Wii U Map Manager X, and all you gotta do is click download, and it's a direct download, so it's just gonna automatically start downloading right here, as you can see, and you can drag it to your desktop or wherever you want to put it. Mine auto opens. I'm gonna go ahead and just make a folder on my desktop for it. Wii U. No, I don't really care. There you go, Wii U. Just drag its contents into there, and you can make a shortcut for this on your desktop if you want. It would be the smart thing to do. And you can see right here we have Wii U Map Manager.exe. This is obviously the tool itself, so you're just gonna want to double click it, open it up, and the first time you ever open up the tool, you're gonna get the settings page. And this right here is where you're going to select your save directory and also set up some things for your SD card. So let's do the SD card first. I have my SD card right here, as you can see. I'm going to go ahead and put it into my computer. Alright, my SD card's in. As you can see right there, blah blah blah. And all you gotta do is click this little SD card right here. It has like a little download thing on SD card. You're gonna want to select that, and then just select your SD card. I know mine's this one, SDHC. It's quite obvious, so select your SD card, the root of it, and just give it a little bit, and it's gonna click say done. And you might be confused. You might be like, whoa, what just happened? So if I open up my SD card, let me go to it. Open a new window. You can see it has some folders that were generated in it, apps, and we have everything we need right here. So this checks to make sure your SD card has everything it needs, and if anything's missing, it adds it to it. So it downloads it from my servers and adds whatever's missing. So it's like an auto SD card setter-upper. And once you have that, your SD card is pretty much set up. You can go ahead and take that out, and you can put it back in your Wii U. And right here, you're gonna select the directory for your save data stuff. So I'm gonna close this because it looks ugly in the background. So if you don't have a flash drive, then it's almost practically guaranteed to be in your system. But if you do have a flash drive, then chances are your save data is being saved to that. So if you don't know, all you gotta do is go onto your Wii U and check your data and see if your Minecraft save data is stored in your flash drive, in your external hard drive, or in your hard drive, which is the NAND or whatever you want to call it. Most people should already know this, really. So select your system and then select your region. Mine is the US, and click done, and then the tool itself will open up. And now for the rest of the guide, we're gonna have to go to the Wii U. Alright guys, so I'm on my Wii U right now. I have my SD card in. Make sure your SD card is inside before you do this. So once your SD card's inside and everything, and you have everything all set up, you're going to want to go ahead and open up your browser. And you're going to want to go to this URL I'm about to put on screen now, which is loading.ovh. Make sure to spell it exactly how it's spelled on screen. And it's going to take you to this page right here. So by default, you're going to see this homebrew launcher thing is selected, and it says Delta 0x0 at the end. I've honestly had the best of luck with 0x1, so all you got to do to change it is just click it and select that second option. Anyways, there is different options. There's like 0x3, 0x2, whatever. You can try out different ones if you want, but I've had the best of luck with 0x1. And you might be wondering, luck? The thing is, this is kind of like a soft mod, so it's not guaranteed to work. It does have a small chance of freezing, and if it does freeze, all you gotta do is turn off your Wii U, turn it back on, and try again. I'd say it's about 50-50, 50% chance of it freezing, 50% chance of it working. But if it freezes, no worries at all. All you gotta do is just restart your Wii U and try again. So, one thing you could do is just add it as a bookmark, so you can quickly go back here if you want. That's what I do. I have mine set up to load. And once you have your option selected, you can click submit. And it's going to start loading, so cross our fingers it works first try here. That'd be great. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. And one way you'll know it works is the Wii U icon or logo will appear at the bottom right of the screen, and there we go. First try. Dang, I got lucky. I don't know how I got that lucky, but anyways, you're gonna see you'll have 3 options here. So before you do anything, you're gonna want to select the middle option, which is Mocha Custom Firmware, and there is a possibility you could have other options if you've done homebrew on your Wii U before. But if this is your first time, then these should be the only 3 things you have. So Mocha Custom Firmware plus FS Hacks, just click load. And essentially what this is going to do is just restart your homebrew launcher, and it kind of boots your Wii U into like a custom firmware mode temporarily. So anytime you turn off your Wii U and then turn it back on, you will have to do it again, which is kind of annoying but not too bad. Anyways, after you do that, you're going to want to select FTP U underscore everywhere and just load this. And the screen's going to go black, and it's going to give you like a number at the bottom of your screen. So for me, it's FTPU version 0.4 is listening on, and that number right there is very essential. It's needed. So for me, it's 10.0.1.27. And you can see there's a :21, but that doesn't really matter. You can just ignore that. So yeah, you're gonna really need this number. It's really important. So make sure to write it down, or actually you don't even need to write it down. Just look at your Wii U gamepad, alright? So what you're gonna do with that number is come into Wii U Map Manager, and right here where it says Wii U IP, you're gonna type in that number. So for me, it's 10.0.1.27, and this is an IPv4, which is like a machine number, and keep in mind it can change from time to time. It could change when new devices are connected to your network, or when new devices are disconnected, whatever. There's many things that could happen that could lead this to change, so never expect it to always be exactly the same. And once you have it typed in, make sure you have your settings set properly. So, I had mine on the wrong one. My save data is stored in my flash drive, and my region is the US, so make sure these are correct. And if you don't know, you could literally just always try one. If it doesn't work, come back and just change the setting to be something else and try it again. But I know for sure mine is USB and in the US. So once you have that all set, all you gotta do is click start. It's gonna say loading. And whenever the button switches and says stop, you'll be able to click this and you'll be able to see the profiles stored within your Wii U. So you can select all of these and find which one has all your worlds, but I know for sure mine is the 04 one. So you click it and all your worlds will load up. So from here you can do a lot with your worlds. You can delete worlds if you want. So all you gotta do is just click it and click delete, and it'll delete your world. You can export your worlds too. So let's say I wanted to put this up for download or something, just right click it and click export, and I'll go ahead and just save it to my desktop as a blah, blah, blah. There we go, and you can see it exports right there, and it does still say loading because it's downloading the save data from my Wii U and storing it. The old tool worked through Savine, and what it did is it dumped everything, and the old Wii U Map Manager worked with everything locally, and then you had to inject everything back in. But with this tool, it manages all directly from your Wii U. So it says done. If I go into here, you'll see we got the 2 world files, and let's say you want to re-import it. So I'm just going to delete this because you can't have cloned worlds. Well, I mean, you can if you rename those files something else, but whatever. To install it, all you gotta do is get a world file, just drag it onto here. It's gonna start saying loading, and it's installing the map right now. It can take a little while depending on how big the world's save data is. So if it's like a giant world, if it has like a lot of structures built in it, or even if it's just like a default, it can take a little bit, because keep in mind it's managing this directly from the Wii U. This isn't local, and also the speed could depend on how fast your Wi-Fi is. So whenever it's done, you'll see your world appear right here, and I think that one was this one right here. So it's already added back in here. If you double click world, you'll get a little window right here, and from here you can change the world's name. So for example, I'll make this unnamed you can save that. All you gotta do is click save, and it's gonna save it to your Wii U. So just give it a little bit, and whenever it's saved, you'll get a world saved little thingy here. And you can also replace or edit the icon. So if you right click it, you can export it, so you can save the icon and do whatever you want with it. You can replace it or edit it. So for example, let me just show you to replace. I'll just save it with 2DS, because why not? And I'm just gonna save that, world saved, there we go. From this window, you can also export and replace your save data. So I'm gonna go ahead and export it, and I'll just save it to my desktop as a savegame.wii. So it's going to say exporting, just give it a little bit. And whenever it's done, it'll say save data exported. And from here, you can use other tools to modify your world. So for example, Universal Minecraft Editor is a tool I've covered a lot on my channel. It's probably, or what do I mean probably, it is the best tool out there for modding Minecraft worlds. So you just got to click Wii U, and select your save game, and it'll open up. And I already have a separate tutorial on this, so I'll have a link to that down in the description if you guys are interested. But just to prove to you guys it works, here's my inventory. I got a lot of stuff in here. Let me see. Do I have any modded items in here? Doesn't really look like it. So I'm gonna replace this prismarine with some barriers, and I'll go ahead and like enchant it like crazy. So we'll just give it feather falling a lot, and I'll also just go ahead and place a block on my head since that can't be done in vanilla. So pack dice, place that on my head, and I'll just save it. Here we go, saving, save complete. And once you want to like put your save data back in, or maybe you have a save data from another world you want to put back in for some reason, you just got to click replace save data, and just click yes. If I can click it, select your save game, click open, and it's going to start replacing your Wii U save data with the save data you selected. I can't talk. And once it's done, it'll say save data replaced. So I'm going to go ahead and actually show y'all the icon editor. So I'm going to go right here to this world, renamed the bruh. Right click it and click edit, click yes, and it'll open up a little icon editor, which is something I actually brought back from the original Wii U map manager, which is one of my favorite little things. And from here you can use these little tools and make your own little custom icon. Let's yeah, I'm make a little smiley face, or just no, I'm gonna make art. There we go. It's my new icon. And to save, you just click save and close, then click save, and it'll save your world. And also something that's pretty cool is I now added support to be able to directly import savegame.wiis. So I know there's a lot of like YouTube videos out there where people release savegame.wiis, but they don't release the actual Wii U world. Like they released the savegame.wii, which is the world's world data, but it doesn't have any metadata. So you could put this like in your Wii U's like save area, and the world just won't appear because there's no metadata for it. They literally only released the Wii file. So if you ever run into any of these videos, you can obviously go into one of your pre-existing worlds and replace the save data with the savegame.wii that you got from wherever, or you can just literally drag and drop it in, and Wii U Map Manager will automatically generate the metadata needed for it and inject it into your Wii U. And once it's imported, you'll see it appear right here as unnamed world with imported as icon. Obviously you can double click it and rename it and add your own icon or whatever, but I think this is just a copy of, I don't know, one of these worlds, so I'm just gonna delete that. And whenever you're ready, you literally don't even have to click stop on this. You can just click the home on your gamepad and just load up Minecraft and everything will be there, and you literally don't even have to stop this. But I'm gonna just stop it because why not? Alright, so I'm gonna quickly just click home and let's start up Minecraft to see what we've done. It's gonna take you to the Me channel, and you just gotta close the Me channel, take you back to the menu. And as long as you don't turn off your Wii U, you can just go back into the Me channel to go back into the homebrew launcher. But if you turn off your Wii U, you will have to go to loading.ovh and all that again. It's a temporary soft mod, but as annoying as that can be, it's still really cool. And you can see right here we have all of our worlds. So we have that one with the cool icon I made. We didn't do any changes to this one. And we have this unnamed and I think we modified this one's save data. So let's go ahead and load this one up and check out if the changes went through. Alright, so, yep, there we go. So there's the barriers with falling feather, or feather falling, I mean, and we have that packed ice on our head, so y'all can't see all that works well, and look, I even have my Ender Dragon skin here. So yeah, I hope this tool becomes useful to you guys. It is definitely an improvement from the last Wii U Map Manager. If you find any bugs or anything like that, just make sure to let me know down in the comments or my email, or you can even join my Discord and let me know. I have a bugs channel in there for my tools, and yeah. Oh shoot, someone joined, we got dug out. Yeah, as always, it's been your boy Jack, Nobledez, and I'll see you guys next time.